Good day, Rescue Endurers. I hope you're doing alright, because it's time for the 48-hour analysis. Right, we're going to jump straight in. We're going to do some comparisons with the first 24 hours of sales. Now, you might not notice this at first glance, but on average, these skins are really dropping off in terms of total sales, especially compared to previous weeks. Now, as a nice example, I just want to point out the Ultramarine Sheepman Adore. So as you can see here, almost 6,100 subscribers after the first 24 hours of sales. Is that bad? Well, we'll just look at the previous week and, oh look, Ultramarine Large Box. That did almost 8,000 subscribers. Alright, fair enough. The Sheepman Adore kind of dropped off in terms of total sales, but if we go, another week back, the Garage Door, the Ultramarine Garage Door, the very beginning of this collection, after the first 24 hours of sales, that did over 12,000 subscribers. We've reached a point where we are now selling half as much of some of the other skins in the same collection. Oof. Now, is that like some sort of fatigue, or is it people kind of like not feeling super confident in wanting to buy Sheepman Adores? Because, of course, every single Sheepman Adore that came out so far this year has ended up in the negative. Why buy one straight from the Rust Store when you could just probably pick it up for maybe about $1 cheaper a week later? That's something we'll consider in a bit. But if we actually look at the likes of all of these previous Rust Stores, just take notice of this. All the skins below the first top 4 selling skins, well, 6,000, 6,000, almost 6,000, almost 5,000, and 4,000 subscribers. That was 2 weeks ago. Look at the previous week. Skip the first 4, 6,000, almost 5,000, just over 4,000, just over 4,000, and 3,400. Now we go to this current week, just over 4,000, almost 4,000, 3,600, just over 3,000, 3,000, and then 1,992 subscribers. It's slowly dropping off on average. Again, what potentially might be the reason for this? Well, is it some sort of fatigue? Like, did everybody like all the previous skins? But I'll sit here and be honest with you. When I did my roster rotation, and feel free to go ahead and watch that video, basically a lot of people were very vocal when they were watching me live on my stream, sitting there saying they really didn't care for the skins this week. But I'll be honest with you, they've been kind of saying that for like the past 2 or 3 weeks now. So, is it kind of getting worse? Feel free to comment below. I want to hear your opinions. Now, with the likes of this, hey, if it's not selling that much, but maybe they develop into very interesting collections, well, potentially in the future, all the better for it to rise up in price, because there's only so much of it to go around. So that was just an interesting thing that I wanted to bring up to the likes of all of you. But I should sit here and say, we did at least get 2 skins that did over 8,000 subscribers, something we didn't even do last week. These very likely might be selling quite a lot. Is that a good thing, though? Well, that's up for discussion. So now I'm going to go over to here and look at the 48 hours of sales. Give that a good look. Yep. And now we're going to go ahead, go through all the skins, and try and figure out a good estimate for how many skins they'll sell by the end of this Rust Store. Of course, Thursday, so when the next Rust Store rotates in, that'll be it. Done. Okay, cool. So let's get started. Heavy Night Jacket. After the first 24 hours of sales, this did 8,400 subscribers. Now, I can give you a fairly decent estimate for where this is going to end up with its total sales. So go back over to here. I just want to quickly remind you of the likes of the Black Diamond face mask. 8,400 subscribers. Where did that end up at? Well, if I do this real quickly, go back 2 weeks, and what do we see? Yep, that did over 20,000 subscribers. So our jacket skin right here, very likely, is going to reach up to about 20,000 subscribers. Is that okay, though? Because how many jacket skins have we had so far this year? Yeah, a lot more compared to some of the more recent years. But the special transparency isn't that special, is it? Because we had a Twitch drop given away for free, and we of course had the Berserker cloak jacket given away last year. Well, not given away, sold, but you could say given away now because it's like only $1. That was given away for free. That's $1. That's in the Rust Store sitting at $3. Now, maybe this does get a continuation. Maybe it develops into a full proper set, and maybe people will appreciate that a whole lot more. Rarely have we ever seen a collection start off with the likes of a jacket skin. I'm talking more in the vein of the likes of clothing and armor set. I don't know. I could come up with some very wild theories for why this was picked, and the only clothing and armor skin to be picked for the likes of this week. But hey, I had to sit here and question, with 20,000 sales, is that going to be alright? Is it going to work out fine? I don't think so. I very likely will just stick with doing a barter, because at the very least that is abnormal, so that's something that we can work with. But every single jacket skin's dropped off. That's not good. Well, some of them not down too bad, but yeah, with transparent jacket right here, it's now sitting here at just barely over $1. And as I said, You could just go pick this up. But continuations will definitely help it out. It's kind of conflicting, but yeah, it's not too hard to just guess and sit there and say, yeah, I don't think it's going to work out very well. What I actually wanted to do is I wanted to just quickly bring up and sit here and say, what's the total sales for all the jackets that we've seen in the past? Because with 12,500 so far, if it does reach up to about 20,000, well, it's only going to go up to about here. And that's, oh, it's top 10. Top 10, and we've had 32 in total. Oh, that's not too much, is it? But will there be more jacket skins accepted in the future? I wouldn't be surprised, especially with the likes of this year. So, Heavy Night Jacket, I'm sitting here and expecting you're going to do at least 20,000 subscribers. Well, you're abnormal. So, next Wednesday, we can look at this, we can discuss prices, and then we can do our buy orders. That's something I do on stream every Wednesday night. So, look at the description. You'll see the links to all my socials. Come, turn up, visit, ask questions. You're more than welcome to. But yeah, I'm definitely leaning with probably just sticking with doing a buy order. So, we'll move on from there. Neon Dome Double Door. You have got 12,000 subscribers at the moment. After the first 24 hours of sales, you did how much? 8,000 subscribers. Now, again, maybe it's going to be fairly close to the likes of 20,000 subscribers, maybe just a bit short. But if I look at all the sheepmen of double doors that we've had so far this year, on average, I'd say they're probably done around 15,000 subscribers. Some are clearly very, very high. Some do drop off. Some go pretty low. But yeah, I'd say 15,000 subscribers is probably the most average amount. But we've got the likes of the Tempered Sheepmen of Double Door right here doing okay. You've got the likes of the Shadowborn Sheepmen of Double Door doing okay. But they're part of notable collections with a lot more skins. This right here is developing into something interesting. Sadist so far has the likes of his Lighthouse Sheepmen Door and his Neon Dome Double Door. And wow, that's actually been bought out. That's actually in the positive. That surprised me. Let's just go give that a real quick look. So, alright, you're doing better. Let's just quickly grab the extension here because I haven't got my helpful extensions turned on. Alright, I believe I'm set. Okay, good. Right, so let's just give that a quick looky, and as you can see, yeah, there's only 27 listings. It seems to have been bought out. Is that a more recent thing? Yep, look at that. A group of people must have bought out 44, and yeah, it's risen up ever so nicely. Is that going to hold? Well, let me sit here and say, I fully believe Sadist will be making even more Neon Monument skins, but how confident can we sit here and say it's definitely going to be accepted? How confident can we sit here and say Facepunch will definitely accept them as they come in? I don't know. But there was quite a lot of deplorables accepted this week. Well, he says that. How many in total did we get? 1, 2, 3. Is 3 a lot? That's up for debate. But yeah, I'm looking at that and thinking, yep, that's very likely to do around 20,000 subscribers as well. It seems like that's going to be okay. Like, let me give you this answer. I am expecting more skins for this collection. Yep, this proposed Neon Deplorable collection for the Monuments, Neon Monuments collection. You get the idea. I feel confident that we'll probably see a few more being accepted, but so far this year, how many deplorable collections got started and stopped at 2 or 3? I've been saying that a lot, but it happened a lot. I'm still worried about the likes of Ultramarine, and wait, we'll be on that in a minute, but yeah, I have to bring it up. Now, at the very least, look at all the sheepmen of double doors and see how they're currently behaving, because they're all in the positive at the moment, all the ones that came out this year. But as we get closer to like September, October, November, how quick will the drop-off be? The player count average for this month so far is really good. Like I was feeling pretty confident it was going to drop off, but no, it's holding on. It's holding strong. August has been very good. Again, just look at the likes of last year, 83,000, and I get the feeling it might still drop off towards the end of the month, but it's very likely going to still be above 93,000, so clearly things have improved. Are they going to be around for September? Most likely no. They're going to go back to school. We've been saying that a lot, but yeah, you get the point. So, I probably will just stick with doing a buy order, but I can't help but assume the gigantic picture of the Neon Dome, I mean, it looks cool. It looks nice, satisfying to the eyes. And I know a lot of neon themed door skins do tend to work out quite nicely, so alright, we'll talk more about that this Wednesday. It's abnormal, we can use that to our advantage, but yeah, that's looking like it's also doing around 20,000 subscribers, which is probably okay, but we'll talk more about how good it's going to be in terms of investment when I look at this on Wednesday night. Okay, let's move on. Ultramarine Sheet Door. Well, let's just quickly look at all the Sheet Doors that came out so far this year. And as I said, very surprised to see that Lighthouse Sheet Door actually in the positive, because when you compare it to all the other Sheet Doors here, oh dear, oh dear. So like I said, maybe the reason why people just aren't so keen to jump on to buying this for $2.49 is because they know pretty well they could just buy it for cheaper if they wait a week or two. Look at all the Sheet Doors that came out somewhat recently. $2.49, $2.49, $2.49, $2.99, 94 cents, $1.10, $1.26, $1.70. You could easily pick that up for about, what, half the price potentially in just a few weeks' time. Now, if we keep seeing Ultramarine skins being produced and accepted, I mean, I think it'll stay strong. I think it'll hold up quite nicely. Look at all the previous Ultramarine skins, as you can see, up 49, up 24. That's cool. But once it stops, oh dear, oh dear. Now, at the current rate of sales, I am literally sitting here and thinking it very likely will just do half as much as the Garage Door. And the Garage Door did almost 30,000 subscribers. So for a rough estimate, I'm going to sit here and say it's going to do between 14 to 16,000 subscribers. Look at all the previous Sheet Doors again. Let's just look at all the Sheet Doors that exist and get a good idea where 14 to 16,000 subscribers would put it in the standings for like the most bought. And right now it's quite literally in the middle. But if I keep scrolling up a fair bit, come on, 14 to 16. Right, we're around 14,000 here. 16. We're in the upper half. We're in the upper half. You get the idea. By default, I still feel like I could pick that up for a cheaper price, in a couple months' time, probably around half the price. But hey, if we keep seeing these continuations, if Face Punch wants to keep accepting them, then I can see it holding value at the very least. But please remember this. Look at the likes of the Shadowborn Sheet Door. That's probably the best example of, even though it got plenty of continuations after it, and it did boost up in price ever so nicely, inevitably, it's expected that it's all going to drop off, and yeah, still down by 21%. Not a massive drop-off, but it's still fairly cheaper. So, that's just the way things are currently. If you feel like, yeah, you know what, I like it, I want to buy it for myself, by all means, buy it for yourself, treat yourself, alright? But yeah, if you want to be a little bit smart with your money, maybe you might want to just try and see if you can get it with a buy order. That is abnormal. But yeah, like, if you want something, just go buy it. But if you're looking at something with the financial perspective, if it's abnormal, at least wait until Wednesday. The safest approach tends to be the best approach. So we'll see how many sales happen by Wednesday, but it really looks like this is only going to do around 15,000 subscribers. And we can only be hopeful that we do see the likes of another Ultramarine skin being submitted soon. You'll probably see it maybe Sunday or Monday night. So give that a good look then. Cool. All right, well, yeah, I guess that's it then. Let's move on to the likes of the Junkernaught Furnace. Okay, Junkernaught Furnace. So far, 7,000 plus subscribers. That's okay, but that's not abnormal. Also, get a good look at the likes of the Junkernaught collection. So with a new deplorable being accepted, these two doors here, they didn't even budge. But it looks like Face Punch is still keen on the likes of the Junkernaught collection. With all these skins being accepted, it's quite noticeable. But is Fuff going to continue? Is he going to keep making more weapon skins? Is he going to continue making more deplorable skins? What would you suggest? Feel free to comment below. A Junkernaught large box would look pretty sweet, or a small box. Make it like a toolbox of some sort. Make it all nice and rusty. Make Junkernaught rug, and then you can have like your whole interior of your base looking like a strange metallic sort of lab of some sort. I wouldn't say no. It would be an interesting decorative piece. We'll see. Junkernaught locker. Oh, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, who knows what's going to happen. All we can do is keep an eye on the workshop. But with the current rate of sales that we're seeing with the likes of this, I mean, it feels like that's going to drop off pretty quickly from the likes of here. It's probably only going to do around 10 to 12,000 subscribers. And if we were to compare that with the likes of all the previous furnaces that we have, or have had so far in 2024, as you can see, I mean, well, Adobe, but hey, we're not too surprised by that, were we? Pirate Furnace, you've dropped off quite a fair bit and all. Only the Polished Obsidian's doing alright. And then look at the previous year. Look at the likes of the previous year. That's doing alright, that's doing alright, that's doing alright. All the others, no. I will sit here and say this. Around October time last year, nearly all of these were really down bad. Now, okay, 3 of them are doing alright now, but it's still kind of the same thing. We do have quite a lot of furnace skins. There's quite a lot to compare to. Plus, the free Twitch drop that just came out. Maybe people just don't really want to buy one right now. But if we keep getting more Junkernaught skins, more deplorables, maybe the furnace could really rise up quite nicely. It don't look too bad. I've seen it in game. Consider giving my Rustle Rotation video a good look, because I do look it up close and whatnot. Give it a good review. This GIF is really strange. Apparently it's a rocket. Cool. But yeah, I mean, it's not looking like it's going to sell too much. I just can't help but assume I could pick that up for a cheaper price. After seeing all those furnaces, I'm pretty sure you probably agree. So we'll see how it turns out. We'll look at it Wednesday night. But yeah, doesn't look like it's selling crazy amounts. Right, here's the fun one. Rainbow Pony pump shotgun. So, when I first looked at this, Rustle Rotation, I was sitting here thinking, well, you know what? The two previous pump shotguns, they've been doing pretty good. Yeah, they didn't sell that much either. 9,500 subscribers, just under 8,000 subscribers here with the black gold pump shotgun. Now, just to remind you, that sold at $3. Shouldn't be too surprised to see it didn't really sell that much. This right here is selling for the standard $2. Look at some of the other pump shotguns we've had. Ink Dragon, well, that only did 5,500 subscribers, and the No Mercy pump shotgun, 12,000 subscribers. But let's care more about these two. They came out earlier this year. This only has 21 listings. This has only 24 listings. That is quite surprising there. Huh. Well then, how many does it sell a day? It doesn't look like it's telling me there. If I hide liquidity, actually no, I want to see liquidity. So just a day ago, that was doing 6 sales, 2, 5, 2. It really don't look like it's selling that much every day. That's something you should be aware of. Okay. That's not too bad. I'm fine with that. I can live with that. Let's delete you as well. Right. Imperial Pump Shotgun. How much are you selling a day? So let's just go over to here. Just yesterday, 7, 6, 9, 5, 4. Okay. Right. So, maybe when you're looking at the likes of this, you'd question, do I really want to buy that many? Or do I really want to buy it for a lot of them? That's definitely something you need to be aware of. Also, let's go back over to here. As you can see, after the first 24 hours of sales, it did 8,300 subscribers. How would that compare to the likes of the previous pump shotguns we had this year? Well, guess what? I went way back and I looked at the first 24 hours of sales for May 9. As you can see, Black Gold pump shotgun sold in Rustle for $3. It did 3,800 subscribers after the first 24 hours. 500 more. But then, of course, Imperial pump shotgun. Here you go. 4,200 subscribers almost. I can't help but assume we very likely will end up very close to the likes of the Imperial pump shotgun in terms of total sales, which will most likely be around 9,000 to 10,000 subscribers. And I'm thinking, you know what, Rainbow Pony, you are a beloved set. You have plenty of skins, as you can see, 26 in total. It's not for everyone, but there's still a lot of people that do appreciate the Califer Pony. I'm pretty sure it's actually looking to be like it's going to be doing fine in the further future. For the initial few months, maybe it's going to be a little bit awkward. Remember the water pipe that we talked about 2 or 3 weeks ago? I know we got the Twitch drop and whatnot, but it has dropped off quite a fair bit. What was it, 4 weeks ago? Is it 5 weeks ago? I can't remember time. There you go. Alright, it's only down by 2% right now, but it was down by about 20% for a while. Maybe our pump shotgun's going to be very similar. We'll see. Now, just to remind all of you again, we very likely won't be seeing that many more pump shotguns. Maybe not another one throughout the rest of this year. Not until next year at the very least. They are uncommon. They are very uncommon. I'll be honest with you, shotguns in general this year have been quite rare. They have, haven't they? We used to get quite a lot of double barrel shotguns. This year, nope. Okay then. So I feel like that's going to be in a very nice comfy spot. Not going to sell too much. I think that's looking to be pretty interesting. It's not abnormal, but we'll look at this on Wednesday. And we'll talk more about its potential. Yes. So things are interesting with likes of that. Let's move on. Bird of Luck MP5. Earlier today, I did upload a short video where I did a much nicer looking up close look at the likes of this. So consider giving that a good watch. $2.49 MP5s. One quick look over to here, and you can see that whilst it's gone down by 2%. And that's only up by 2%, and that's down by 40, that's down by 37, that's down by 41, that's down by 25, that's down by 7. Oh. Yeah. Bird of Luck does look nice. Beautiful green colours of all the peacock feathers. Very beautiful, very nice. But even then, that's dropped off by 26%. That's an AK, though. This is an MP5. But the MP5s in general, which we just saw a second ago, it's not like they're doing very well, are they? Now, let's just look at the current subscriber counts. And yeah, so this is currently in the lower half. still has a few more days in the Rust store, but I'm expecting this is going to probably reach around 9,000 subscribers. So if I just scroll up a little bit more, okay, it's going to end up right in the middle. And if we do keep seeing more Bird of Luck weapon skins being accepted, could that potentially improve? By default, I'm going to question it, but I will bring up, they are green skins. Are people going to be wanting to use these with the likes of their Reptile Hunter and Forest Raiders sets, and potentially flashbacks if we get more of it? I don't know. I have seen some green weapon skins, go very nicely up in price as time went on, but I'll be honest with you, I don't know. By default, as I said, it's a lovely looking skin. Sunart's been putting out some quality pieces of work. Keep an eye on their workshop, because I'm very confident we'll be seeing another one this weekend. Bit conflicted, but I very likely we'll just stick with doing a barter. If I'm not super confident, I always stick with a barter. So Wednesday night, please consider watching my Twitch stream, and we'll discuss how we approach that. 9,000 subscribers is the estimate. Right, Heater SAR. I'm not surprised to see it's selling hardly anything, especially considering literally the previous week we had the Abyss SAR. There's a lot of people feeling very confident with the likes of that. It sold very nicely. Why would people want to have another SAR? So the timing, the choice of this pick, bit awkward face punch, but what are you going to do? Right, so Heater AK is probably a very good indicator that this very likely won't do very well. What makes you say that? Well, people didn't really care enough about the AK. What makes you think they're going to care that much about the SAR? Don't want to sound mean there, Mr. 1on-J, but I am looking at this with the financial perspective, and it just doesn't look like it's holding up very well. So, at the very least, congratulations to getting another collection, Mr. 1on-J. Like, you popped up, the beginning of last year, and suddenly tons of skins. So clearly you're doing something right. Clearly you have the quality. And the aim sight right there, it is nice. It is useful for pretty much every single environment, but it's just really not selling that much. It's a bit awkward. So rough estimate for total sales, I'm thinking it's going to do around 8,000 to 9,000 subscribers. But, you might sit and say, oh, what if we get another Heater weapon skin being accepted? I don't really think it's going to make that much of a difference. Weapon-only collections tend to not hold up very well. But we do have a Thompson right there, and we very likely will be seeing another Heater skin being produced. So, yeah, I'm not sure. It's very likely going to be a 60 cent to 80 cent barter. I don't want to sound mean, but, yeah. Sorry. So, sheer lack of sales, but sheer lack of interest. Moving on. Quarantine tools. So we've had a lovely resurgence with the likes of the Quarantine collection. The tools, they are really not selling that much, are they? No. So, rough estimate for where these likely going to end up at, 7,000 to 8,000 subscribers, which is really low. And as I said, by default, when I was looking at these with the likes of my predictions video, my Rusty rotation video, hatchet skins tend to drop off really, really badly. Down 16, down 38, down 50, down 44. That's up 7, but that's sold at 99 cents. Basically, the point I'm trying to get across is, whilst they may sell at $2 each, they always usually end up at around $1. But Quarantine collection, as we've seen with the likes of your weapon skins, they've been doing quite alright. Yes, they have. Rock, oh dear. I'm very happy about that sap. I bought 100 of them. Things are pretty good. Anyway, the tools though. You're not weapons. Your tools. And I did bring this up when I looked at them in my Rusty rotation video. It's just basically a grey pickaxe and hatchet, but with the venom ooze all over it, the infection. I mean, maybe it'll still work out quite nicely. It's been selling alright, all the other skins from the Quarantine collection. I'm somewhat optimistic for it, due to the sheer lack of sales, but it's not like we haven't had sheer lack of sales of other hatchets and pickaxe skins in the past, and they still drop off quite a fair bit. It very likely will be a situation where I stick with a buy order, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does rise up quite nicely. I do expect more Quarantine skins to be produced. I do expect more to be accepted. We shall see what Facepunch says. So yeah, 7,000 to 8,000 subscribers there. And now the recycled Hazmat Bow. I'm not surprised it's not selling well. I don't want to sound mean, but it's not the most appealing, beautiful looking skin, and that wasn't the intention. It was supposed to look like it was recycled, rusty, old, patched up. I get the idea. The skin creator's done a good job of that, but it doesn't appeal to a lot of people. So that's clearly not selling that much. Quite unfortunate, but it is what it is. But I had to sit here and consider, well, where's that likely going to end up at? I don't think it's going to do very low sales like the pumpkin bow last year. Do you remember that? I've brought it up many times, but there was a pumpkin bow that glowed in the dark that came out during Halloween of last year, and it sold hardly anything, and it got manipulated. Now, you might bring up the likes of the Legacy Bow. Legacy Bow is a skin made by Facepunch, so we don't have a subscriber count. Whilst SUM sits here and says there's 3,500 of the things, I doubt that. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more. So I think this was... Oh, no. You also have the likes of the Chemical Burn Bow, and that's actually not doing too bad. This here, whilst you went up in price ever so nicely due to manipulation, you have dropped off again. People actually really don't care for this. And I'm very sorry to say I wouldn't be surprised if the same thing happens to the likes of this, dropping off in price, much like this and this and this and this. Bow skins really don't do very well, do they? And that's by default. So, if it sells hardly anything, do you know what? A perfect candidate for what potentially might be manipulated at some point over the course of, well, maybe a year or so. Manipulators are always scoping out a new thing to buy out and whatnot. And guys, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. If this only does about 5,000 subscribers, and I'm going to sit here and say I expect about 5,000 to 6,000 subscribers, don't be surprised if in a few months' time suddenly that's selling for $10 on the Steam market. Is that something you can rely upon, though? I wouldn't do that. However, maybe you could just try and pick some of these up for a cheaper price, you know, on the Steam market. Hold on to them, see what happens over the course of time. Hey, we shall see how it all turns out. We'll talk more about that on Wednesday night. But yeah, I don't expect that many sales. So, yeah, that's basically everything. Now, I'm just going to ask for your feedback. Obviously, with today, I've focused more about how far these might go in terms of total sales and whatnot. I didn't do the introductions, and I just jumped straight in, did comparisons. I feel like this is how I want to be 48 hour analysis from here on now, because I feel like it was just like a quick update and reiterating words from what I said with my predictions video and my roster rotation videos. I feel like this might have a bit more of an identity now, if you think that kind of makes sense. Feel free to comment your feedback in how I've approached these skins this week. Is this how you would like to see videos like this from here on now? Yeah, you get the idea. Okay, cool. So, not much has really been seen so far with the likes of new skins. Obviously, it's Saturday, and typically you'll see quite a few being uploaded on Sunday, and the vast majority being uploaded on a Monday. So, again, keep an eye on the workshop. Right then, so I do believe that we're almost finished with the likes of the... Let me just go over to here. Facepunch, Twitch. Our Twitch drops. So scrolling down, here we go. Yep, I believe it's the final day on Sunday. Grab them whilst you still can. I'm pretty sure you already have, but just giving you the heads up. So you might be watching this and you might realise, oh, I don't have the Tora AK, but I go get that real quickly. Yeah, you might want to hurry up. They're all for free. Just got to watch the streamers, and of course the general drops are general drops. Cool. So let's just quickly take a look at the likes of the previous weeks, just to get a good general idea of how they're currently holding up. So last week's skins. Yeah, that large box has been doing quite alright. Much like the garage door, the very second we saw another skin being accepted in the very next rush door, this went... And yeah, that went all the way up to about $5, $6, but it did go back down again, clearly. But it's definitely got a great start. But great starts don't last forever, and it could easily drop off as time goes on. Not everybody who bought this last week currently has the ability to sell it, but it's looking very good at the moment. Again, it still can drop off pretty badly. So we'll see how that turns out. So, you're still holding up very nicely. Quarantine Sap, you're still holding up very nicely. And again, I'm very happy because I bought 100 of them. But I'm not going to sell mine right now. I'm going to wait maybe until January, maybe until the summer of next year. We'll see. But yeah, very nice to see that's holding up ever so nicely, especially with all its buy orders. Cool. And yeah, all the other skins, not surprised to see that's dropped off. Glow in the Dark crossbow. The face mask here, kind of dropped off a bit. Here's a funny thing. That Neanderthal chest plate, it actually got bought out. What do you mean, Hedge? That doesn't sound like something that's out of the ordinary. No. Some, like, a group or one individual bought out a lot of them. So right now it's sitting here at $2 with some decent buy orders. But look at that. Someone, 55 of them got bought, and some of them got bought for like $50 each. I don't know what's going on there. It looked like it might have been a bit of a repeat of that Easter wooden door. But no, it only lasted for like an hour or so, and then, you know, went all the way back down in price. So keep an eye on that. I'm not sure what might happen, but something funny might be going on there. Oh, that's it. Who knows? We'll see. So cool. That's the likes of all of the skins from the previous week. Yeah, the bird flak's gone down, and the Neon Core garage door. Yeah, that's not too much of a surprise. So this Neon collection, are we going to see another skin next week, or is that it? Because I still want to see the likes of the berries in the cards box. Oh dear. And of course, August 1st. So yeah, black diamonds kind of slipping down in price. Oh, if only we were to see a continuation potentially appearing soon. Oh no, I guess we might just have to panic. No, keep your eyes open. See what happens. See what happens. Yeah, that rock dropped off. Glow in the dark bow, not surprised. Wooden door, very unfortunate. But yeah, you've gone down in price. Heater AR, we've already talked about you. And yeah, you. Oof. And that furnace just really doesn't have anything super stand out other than the Adobe design. Not to sound mean, but we have talked about that. When it's lit up at night, it doesn't even have anything to light up. No emission layer. So yeah, that was just a quick look at the likes of the previous 2 weeks. We're getting closer to the likes of October. We'll see how things turn out. But as of now, things are looking strong. I would like to see something different happen towards the end of this year. But maybe all the skins don't drop off to the lowest point at the beginning of October this year. Maybe it's going to be the very end of October. Maybe it's November. We shall see. Alright, we shall see. Maybe you might want to start considering to looking at the likes of Christmas skins. Oh, did I say that? Oh, well, that's up to you. We're getting closer. The year went really quick. Ooh, I'm getting old. Anyway, thank you very much for watching me today. I greatly appreciate it. Thumbs up, all good. Best of luck to the likes of you and your investments. Bye.